Sir, it's on the live. Sir, we can start.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
It's on the live, sir, already.
Yeah, பார்த்துட்டேன் ma'am. Warm good evening, one and all. Third day, the office management skills. So, JC Road Super Kings, Rotary Club of Meenambakam, Rotary Club of Erode North, and VET Institute of Arts and Science Co-ed Education jointly organized the Skill Blast Business Week. So, one of the best training program, the providing the JC Erode and Rotary Clubs jointly presented. இன்றைய மூன்றாம் நாளின் துவக்கத்தை இன்று வந்திருக்கும் சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் ஜேசி செனட்டர் கேவி நரசிம்மன், நேஷனல் நாம் கோஆர்டினேட்டர் ஜேசி இந்தியா அவர்களை வருக வருகென வரவேற்கிறோம். மற்றும் இன்றைய பயிற்றுனர் மிஸ் ஜே அமிர்தா ஷரண், கார்ப்பரேட் ட்ரெய்னர் அண்ட் கேரியர் கைடன்ஸ் எக்ஸ்பர்ட், த இமாக்குலேட் ட்ரைனிங் அண்ட் கன்சல்டிங் அடையார் அவர்களையும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கிறோம். அடுத்ததாக இன்றைய ஹோஸ்ட் கிளப் ஜேசி ரோட் சூப்பர் கிங்ஸின் பிரசிடென்ட் ஜேஎஃப்எம் பரணிதரன் பரணிதரன் அவர்களையும் செக்ரட்டரி மணிகண்டன் அவர்களையும் வரவேற்கிறோம். மற்றும் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் மீனம்பாக்கம் பாக்கத்தினுடைய பிரசிடென்ட் ரொட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் கேஆர் ஆனந்தி மேம் அண்ட் ரொட்டேரியன் பகவதி ரவீந்திரன் மேம் அவர்களையும் வருக வருகென வரவேற்கிறோம். மற்றும் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் ஈரோடு நார்த் பிரசிடென்ட் ரொட்டேரியன் சரவணன் மற்றும் ரொட்டேரியன் தர்மராஜ் அவர்களையும் தலைவர் செயலாளர் அவர்களையும் வருக வருகென வரவேற்கிறோம். இன்றைய நிகழ்வு மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை மாணவர்களுக்கு நினைவூட்டுகிறோம். முதல் நாளும் இரண்டாவது நாளும் மிக்க பயிற்றுனர்கள் வந்து அருமையான நிகழ்வினை நடத்தி தந்தமைக்கு அவர்களுக்கு இந்நேரத்தில் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். இன்றைய பயிற்றுனர் இளம் பயிற்றுனர் உங்களுக்காக வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். அனைவரும் இந்த முழுவதுமாக இருந்து இந்த பயிற்சி வகுப்புகளை எடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று அன்புடன் கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம். அது மட்டுமல்லாது விஇடி காலேஜ் இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப் ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் காலேஜின் முதல்வர் டாக்டர் சரவணன் ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு இந்நேரத்தில் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு அவர்களையும் வருக வருகென வரவேற்கிறோம். அடுத்ததாக வெல்கம் ஸ்பீச் ஃப்ரம் ரொட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் கேஆர் ஆனந்தி, ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் மீனம்பாக்கம். மேம்.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, everybody. It is nice to be there on the third day of this program. Just a second. So, and first 2 days went off really well, and the topics are well chosen. நேத்து பேசின ஸ்பீக்கரும் சரி, முந்தா நேத்து பேசின ஸ்பீக்கரும் சரி, they were like very strong in their subjects, I should say. I think so students would have definitely benefited from that, and I think we had very good number of participation on both the days. So today is the third day, and I will tell you, I organized it 3 days, Raila, and I will tell you, it is not easy organizing a program for 7 days and following it up. And my first thanks to Karthikeyan of Erode North for bringing me into this. It's he who brought me into this. And Radhika has been hosting this program for the past 3 days, and you're doing a wonderful job, Radhika. Very patient. And welcome to JCI Erode Super Kings and VET Institute of Arts and College for hosting this jointly with us. And a very warm welcome to today's chief guest, KVJ Narasimhan sir. Welcome for the program. And welcome to Amrita Sharon, faculty today. Welcome, Amrita. We are hoping that you are going to give your best today. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Next, I call upon Rotarian Saravanan, Rotary Club of Erode North.
Yeah, very good evening one and all. இன்னைக்கு வந்து இந்த டே 3 இந்த ஸ்கில் பிளாஸ்டோட 3ஆம் நாள் ப்ரோக்ராம். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் வெரி ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் டாபிக் இன்னைக்கு. ஸோ என்னதான் நம்ம வந்து ஒரு பிஸ்னஸ் பண்ணாலும் இல்லை வந்து நம்ம ஒரு பக்கம் ஒர்க் பண்ணாலும் ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் இஸ் வெரி க்ளீன். அதாவது ஒரு ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எப்படி இருக்குன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா மட்டும்தான் அதை அடுத்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு கொண்டு போக முடியும். ஸோ ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லான டாபிக். கண்டிப்பாக வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து நீங்கள் எல்லாத்துக்கும் இது வந்து ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும் இன்னைக்கு. ஸோ அது போக ட்ரைனர் நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அமிர்தா ஷரோன், ஸோ ரொம்ப அழகாக இருக்க வந்திருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்கள வந்து அந்த டைம்ல வெல்கம் பண்றவங்க. அதை இப்போ சீஃப் கெஸ்ட் நரசிம்மன் ட்ரெஷரர் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் ஈரோடு நார்த், அவரையும் நான் வெல்கம் பண்றேன். ஸோ இந்த டே 3ல இன்னைக்கு இந்த ஃபுல் டே இந்த செஷன் ஃபுல்லாகவும் ரொம்ப எனர்ஜெட்டிக்காக இருக்கும். ஸோ இந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நீங்கள் கண்டிப்பாக வந்து ஃபுல் டே ஃபுல்லாக இருந்து பார்த்துக்குங்க. ஸோ இந்த மெயின் வாயில இந்த ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ண எல்லா டிக்னிட்டிஸுக்கும் நான் இந்த வெல்கம் பண்ணிக்கிறேன். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி.
Thank you, President. Next, I call upon VET College, Dr. Ratika, ma'am.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the management, principal, dean, and administrative officer, and the members of the faculty, I welcome the members of JC Erode Super Kings, members of Rotary Club of Meenambakkam, Rotary Club of Erode North, to the Day 3 session on office management. I extend a warm welcome to the chief guest, Narasimhan, NOM coordinator, JSA India, and I also give me an immense pleasure to welcome Miss J. Amrita, trainer, to the session. And I hope you will really enjoy the session, and he is ready to share his views. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. So now it's time to introduce our chief guest. Today's chief guest எல்லாருக்கும் அறிமுகமானவர்கள். ஏற்கனவே ரோட்டரி மட்டுமல்ல, ஜேசியிலும் மிக அருமையான ஒரு ட்ரெயினர் இவர் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இவருடைய பிறந்த வருடம் 1929 வருடம் பிறந்தவர். ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி ஆஃப் இவர் வந்து ஒரு இவருடைய வழிகளும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ட்ரைனிங் ஏரியா தான். ப்ரொப்ரைட்டர் அண்ட் வின்மேன் மாஸ்டர் ட்ரைனிங் அகாடமி ஈரோட்டில் வைத்துள்ளார். பிஸ்னஸ் பார்ட்னர் ஷேர்கான் லிமிடெட் ஒரு ஆஃபீஸர் பெரிய அளவில் நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க. வெரி பிக் கஸ்டமர்ஸ் இன் தேர் ஹேண்ட்லிங் அண்ட் இன்சூரன்ஸ் அட்வைசர் இன் ஐசிஐசி ப்ரூடென்ஷியல் லைஃப் இன்சூரன்ஸ் அண்ட் ஃபினான்ஷியல் அட்வைசர் இன் financial planner, the insurance segment as well as share segment. And education is MBA Finance Business Management, and he is awarded for Rajputra Award for Government of Tamil Nadu Bharat Social Guide during the school period. And about your financial advisor for last 21 years rich experience, and got senatorship in JCI, senator for outstanding achievement service in JCI, and graduated at a zone trainer in year of 2014, one outstanding participation award. So he get a lot of things. His position held in JCI for vice president management, vice president of ID, director, vice president of business. He is secretary in 2015 and treasurer in 2014. Director JC Erode for CGB committee in 2013, and presently in other NGO, treasurer in Rotary Club of Erode North, member in Erode District Small Scale Industry Edicia, member in District Council Production Council in Erode, and JC founder member for JC India Foundation, and JC founder donor for JC India Foundation, active member in Art of Living International Association Human Values. So many things. அவர் மேலே அவருடைய சிறப்புகளை சொல்லிக்கொண்டே இருக்கலாம். இன்னும் 4 பக்கங்கள் இருக்கிறது. நேரம் கருதி அவர்கள் இப்பேற்பட்ட இன்றைய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களை அழைத்தமைக்கு எங்களுக்கும் பெருமை. சார், உங்களுடைய சிறப்புரைக்காக காத்திருக்கிறோம்.
அனைவருக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். Day 3 training program Office Management Administrations. இதை வந்து நடத்திட்டு இருக்கிற ஜேசி ஈரோடு சூப்பர் கிங்ஸ், ஜேசி ஈரோடு மீனம்பாக்கம், ஜேசி ரோட்டரி மீனம்பாக்கம், ரோட்டரி ஈரோடு நார்த் அண்ட் விஇடி இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் பிரசிடென்ட், செக்ரட்டரி அனைவருக்கும் இனிய மாலை வணக்கங்கள். அண்ட் ஃபேக்கல்டி அமிர்தா மேடம் அனைவரையும் வணக்கம், அனைவருக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். இப்போ ஆக்சுவலி வந்து இன்னைக்கு கொரோனா பீரியட்ல நமக்கு தேவையான ஒரு டாபிக்காகவும் இது இருக்கு, ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ஸ். இன்னைக்கு வந்து வெரி டஃப் சுச்சுவேஷன் ஆல் ஓவர் த குளோப் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. ஸோ இதுல வந்து ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப டஃப் டாஸ்க். இன்னைக்கு ஆஃபீஸை ரன் பண்றதே டஃப் டாஸ்க். இதுல மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ங்கிறது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா வெரி தேவையான, ரொம்ப முக்கியமான, இன் ஃபியூச்சர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லான ஒரு டாபிக். நம்ம ஒரு செயல் எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி அதை பட்டத்தேற்றணும்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. நம்ம கதை கேட்டிருக்கோம், நம்ம கோடாரி கதை கேட்டிருக்கோம். ஸோ ஒரு எக்ஸிகூஷன் நடக்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி அது எவ்வளவு தூரம் நம்ம வந்து ஃபைன் டியூன் பண்ண முடியும், ட்ரெயின் பண்ண முடியும், பண்ணிட்டு அதை எக்ஸிக்யூட் பண்ணும்போது வெல் அண்ட் சூப்பர்பா வந்து ரிசல்ட் கிடைக்கும். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஆஃபீஸ் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் அண்ட் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன்ங்கிற அந்த ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் நானும் அவ்வளோ எதிர்நோக்கி காத்துட்டு இருக்கேன். அனைவருக்கும் இனிய வாழ்த்துக்கள் ஒன்ஸ் அகேன். ஸோ இந்த ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் 7 daysங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் ஐடியா. ஸோ அதுக்கு கார்த்தி அண்ட் மீனம்பாக்கம் பிரசிடென்ட் அவங்களுக்கும் வாழ்த்துக்களை தெரிவிச்சுக்கிட்டு இந்த ட்ரைனிங் ப்ரோக்ராம் நானும் பார்க்குறேன். அனைவருக்கும் இனிய வாழ்த்துக்கள். நன்றி.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your wonderful guidance. And ma'am, பரணிதரன் வந்து லைன்ல இருக்காரு.
சார் அவரோட மைக்கையும் இதையும் அவர் ஆஃப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காரு, அதை மட்டும் பண்ணுங்க சார். என்ன பண்றது? கேமரா.
ஓகே மேம், நம்ம டேரக்டா ப்ரோக்ராம் போயிடலாம். மேம், நவ் ட்ரைனர் இன்ட்ரடக்ஷன் மேம், ப்ளீஸ்.
Okay. Ms. J. Amrita Sharon is currently working as a cooperative trainer and a career guidance expert at the Immaculate Training and Consulting Adyar. She completed a BA in Rotaract College for Women and is postgraduate from MG Janagi College for Women. She received a MPhil degree in English from the University of Madras in the year 2018. She has conducted cross-cultural etiquette, fluent English programs, soft skills, time management skills, and business English skills, office management and administration skills at various colleges and schools. How to enter IELTS, etc., and many MNCs discuss and discussion at various forums have been done by her. Guest speaker has very rich knowledge on vocabulary enrichment, how to achieve your dream, interpersonal skills, emotional intelligence, etc. She has also conducted many webinars on effective communication skills, global career perspective during COVID-19, etc. for various colleges. We welcome you, ma'am. The dais is yours.
Thank you all for giving me a warm introduction. Thank you, ma'am, and thanks to all the authorities for giving me an opportunity to share on office management and administration. So without any further delay, let's get inside the topic. Work harder on yourself than you do your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. I hope everyone would agree to this topic. If we work hard, definitely we can make a fortune. But at times we focus on our job just to make a living and we don't work on ourselves. So today we are going to see how to manage the administration and the office today. The value of an office professional. In a survey of managing directors of the top 5,000 businesses in UK, they conducted and they found out that they conclude that having their PA made them more than 32% more effective, which means if we are more professional in our work, it makes their job more effective. So 32% it makes their job professional. So the importance and the necessity of management. So management directs a business towards its goal. So office management helps in increase of office effectively and a smooth flow of work is also being maintained. So if we want to achieve our business goals, then we have to minimize our cost and manage our changes, and we have to get inside and understand the challenges and accept new things. Public relationship is very important. Uh, there must be a good public relationship between you and the organization. The main purpose of public relation is to make the organization look trustworthy uh, to all people who deal with it in its action. Next thing we have to know is managing change. At times, change we don't know how to manage. For example, during the COVID 19, we've been working in an office setup. We used to go 9 to 5 work, or at times night shift. We were so accustomed to that particular type of daily routine. But now we are all in lockdown and we are supposed to work from home. So we have to accept that as a challenge, and we have to accept the change and start working towards it. We cannot just sit and say, just because it's a lockdown I'm not going to work. Only when it's all back to normal I'm going to go inside the office and going to do something really great. You can't do that, because we have, if we want to achieve our goals, or if we want to lead our business towards a goal, then we have to manage and accustom to the change. Change is inevitable. That, there's a quote. So change is inevitable, which means change is constant. It keeps changing again and again. What we faced the other day will not be there today. So we have to adapt to it and face it as a challenge, and we have to work towards managing the change, rather not sitting by and waiting for it to happen. So we have to manage and challenge the change and work according to it. Management is necessary to reach the goals of the organization at the highest possible level for productivity. So here are a few top office management skills: planning skills, analytical skills, computer skills, communication skills, time management skills, out of the box thinking, leadership skills, interpersonal skills. All these skills go hand in hand. Even if you leave off something, it is like a cycle. If you just want to run with one wheel, then you won't be able to balance it. So all these get together, act as a two wheels of the cycle. Only when we have two wheels we will be able to ride a cycle. So it's just the same. Even if we don't plan our business, then I don't think we will be working towards our goal. At times communication skill plays a very important role. Time management, again, it plays a vital role in managing a business. And leadership skill, yes. If we have a good leader, they say, if we have a good leader, it's not like that we are working and we are it's just like we are working, that doing what we love, if we have a good leader. So everything acts as the two wheels of the cycle. So everything put together will help you run a business. Even if we leave out one thing, then it's just again like the cycle. We'll be stumbling, and we will find it difficult to drive the long road. So everything goes hand in hand. Planning skill. So an hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. What a nice quote we have here. An hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. So as an office manager, we should be pretty good at planning and arranging things in our office. At times, for example, I'll just give you a very small example for planning skills. We might be in a hurry, so we just take say like 10 papers, and we just leave it there, and the next day we come and then take 10 papers, and then we leave it there. And then one fine day our boss asks for one particular paper, for which we have to search all the whole pile of papers for that one particular piece of paper. So if we had planned and arranged it properly, an hour of planning and arranging can save 10 hours of doing. So that is the best example of planning and arranging skills. So without planning and without arranging our things, it is really difficult to see a very good output or outcome in our business. Planning. Accurately estimate time, and these are a few tips where we can take in today if we want to become good planners. Time and effort required to complete a task. Identify and organize systems and require sources. As I said earlier, we have to identify and organize our systems. Organize personal time to carry out our responsibilities. At times, now we need not say the COVID-19 is there, and we most of us are working from home, and we don't know how to balance, draw a line between personal life and professional life. So we need to set priorities and give each one of our responsibilities. If we club both, then we will not tend to do a good job. So we have to organize personal time to carry out our responsibilities. Maintain adequate preparation time for scheduled meeting and deadlines. At times, I have seen a lot of people having a lot of meeting, and they don't say they just don't plan. At times, 4 to 5 there's one, then the next minute the next meeting itself is at 5, and then at times they will not know that how many meetings they have, because they haven't planned their meetings. So make sure you have a planned meeting so that it saves time. Probably you can have a notepad and you can note it down. 65 I have this, 75 you can plan it accordingly, so that you need not spend extra time searching for things or planning things later on. Develop schedules and timetable with clear specific milestones and deadlines. Make sure if the deadline is tomorrow, your deadline should be one day before. You should be ready one day before, not in the last minute. You are still working on that project, or make sure your deadline is ahead of the deadlines given by them. In that way, you will be definitely able to plan your things and give a very good outcome, because procrastination is the enemy of time. So planning things will definitely help you, and you can also create a schedule, a timetable which is clear. Establish how to measure results and milestone for yourself. So 5 things of analytical skills. The first thing here is communication. So without communication, I think you will not be able to communicate, or you cannot cross things mind. If you don't communicate, we will always get our wires crossed. So make sure that we communicate well in order to succeed in the analytical skills. Analytical skill is nothing but the ability to collect and analyze information, problem solving, and to take decisions. So first thing for problem solving or to make any decision is to communicate. The second thing we have to do is creativity. Creativity is nothing but it requires creative eyes to spot trends between the data to find. For example, you are having some kind of problem in your organization. First thing, you have to communicate to the person who caused the problem. Second thing, we have to analyze and we have to check who was in between the problem and what happened. So, communication and creativity. And then the third one is critical thinking. And then the fourth one is data analysis. And the fifth one is we have to do a research of what's happening. So again, I'm coming to the example that I gave you earlier. So there is a small problem or a misunderstanding between your staff. So we have to first communicate and then do a research. There is one proverb: a coin has two sides. So if we see a problem with just one side of the coin, then we will not know what happened to the other side of the coin. So make sure that we do a research and communicate with critical thinking and with wide eyes open of the creativity. We will definitely be able to solve any problems, and we will definitely be able to come up with solid decisions. Creative skill includes budgeting, brainstorming, collaboration, optimizing, predictive modeling. These are a few creative skill set. These are the things that include. We have to collaborate things. We have to budget things. So to run a business or a company, these are a few things that we need to consider. Creative thinking quotes. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. I repeat, we can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Discovering is seeing what everybody else has seen, but thinking what nobody else has thought. The human mind once scratched sketched by a new idea, never goes back to its original dimensions. So, what is critical thinking? Critical thinking refers to evaluating information and then making a decision based on your finding. As I said earlier, we have to, uh, you know, think more critically and evaluate for information before we could take a decision. So, like the coin has both sides. So we have to benchmark. We have to do a casual relationship, and we have to take decisions. We have to classify. We have to be judgmental. We have to be evaluating. We have to be troubleshooting. There's another quote. By it goes like, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So you can ponder about that, because this helps you in critical thinking. uh, if a person is having some problem, then you have to see who the friend is, and so that you will get an idea of what's happening between the two. So that's a trick there for critical thinking. Computer skills. You know, Today nearly every job requires a basic understanding of computers, and many jobs in evolve around the intermediate computer skills and advanced computer skills. This can also include knowledge of special softwares and application and devices. Again, coming with the uh, COVID-19 example, I think most of us, including our kids, work with a computer these days. So it's like the computer is the world, and the next, or the next thing is everything's going to become computerized, and our businesses are in the computer, the education is in computers, and everything, whatnot, everything you get in a click of a button nowadays. We sit at home, we study, we earn. So computer skill is a must tool if we want to improve our business globally. So some common computer skills include analytics, social media, graphic designs, Microsoft, then spreadsheet, email communication, marketing automation, data visualization. So these are a few common computer skills that every one of us have to know, if we want to run an effective business. Because I think without a computer these days, it is impossible to do anything, nowadays. The next thing, communication skills. You may have all the great ideas in the world, and if you can't communicate to close a sale, nobody gets to benefit. So I repeat, you may have all the great ideas in the world, and if you can't communicate to close a sale, nobody gets to benefit. So you may have everything, you may have a wide knowledge about your company, a wide knowledge of what you are going to sell, or you might have a wide knowledge of your project, but if you don't know how to communicate, I don't think you'll be able to close any deal or close any sale with your clients. So communication plays an important role, and in office management. So these are the 6 things, essential communication skills for our career. The first thing is listening, then friendliness, open mindedness, feedback, confidence, non-verbal communication. Listening. The biggest communication problem is we do not listen to understand, we listen to reply. I repeat, the biggest communication problem is we do not listen to understand, we listen to reply. So at times we are not good listeners at all. Being a good listener is one of the best ways to be a good communicator. No one likes communicating with somebody who does not care what they are listening or what they are saying. So if I just keep talking and no one listens, it's like I'm talking to a wall. So it's there's no reaction talking to a wall. So this is one thing that we people used to do. Uh, we are just we just keep talking, and we just tend to give a reply than to understand. Only when we put ourselves in other people's shoes, then only we will know what's happening inside them. So make sure that you listen, and you listen to understand rather than listening to reply. So first and foremost for a communication skill is to be a very good listener, not to reply, but to understand what they are going through, or to understand them. Non-verbal communication. What you do speak, I repeat, what you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. I repeat, what you do what you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. It means what we do speaks what we cannot hear, what we say. For example, there's one more quote by saying, action speaks louder than words. So, at times, our body language tells what we do. Our body language, and then our eye contact, our hand movement, and then the tone, the modulation, and then yeah. For example, eye contact. If I do not face my audience, or if I do not look at my client and speak, or when I'm talking to my employees, or when I'm talking to my staff, if I do not give eye contact, it's like it shows a kind of attitude, or it shows a kind of a relationship what you maintain with them. The second thing, your voice. That's very important. Let me give you an example. For example, I'm saying, come in, come in. And if I say, come in, so it gives you two different ideas. So I'm saying the same thing, but in a polite tone. I'm saying the same thing in a very harsh tone. I did not change the word, but my tone, I just modulated my tone. So, the voice, the tone modulation, the body language, our eye contact, everything matters, and it in a non-verbal communication. Eye contact is very important because you want to look at a person's eye to demonstrate that you are focused on them and the conversation. If you don't give an eye contact, it means that you are not interested in listening to them. So make sure that when you are talking, make sure you give an eye contact. Also pay attention to other people's non-verbal signs while talking. For example, this is a small example. If they are doing this, or doing like this hand movements, which means they are scared. And this is, if they do like this, it means they are nervous or they are tensed. So we make sure that you give attention to the other people's non-verbal signals as well, so that you will get to know their pulse. Clarity. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. Yes, good communication is a bridge between confusion and clarity. If you communicate things well, you can avoid half of the confusions and you will say things very clearly. Good verbal communication means saying just enough. We shouldn't talk too much or too little, but we should be exact. You shouldn't beat around the bush, or you shouldn't drag too much. Just be short and crisp and try to convey your message in just few words as possible. Say what you want clearly and directly, whether you are speaking to someone in person or over the phone, or via email, or down nowadays it's on Zoom. And so communicate to them clearly and directly. If you are rumbling on your listener with either your tune or modulation, make sure you go to them and speak to them directly, rather than going to other people's and coming to your ears. So just go ahead and make things clear and face it directly, rather than asking to another person and from them it goes to another person. So good communication is a bridge between confusion and clarity. The next one is feedback. Good feedback is the key to improvement. So I repeat, good feedback is the key to improvement. Being able to give and receive feedbacks appropriately is an important communication skill. So at times we have to give good feedbacks and we have to receive feedbacks. Not just giving feedbacks. At times people will hesitate to receive feedbacks. If I go talk to my boss, he will say that I did this, that I did that. So at times people will love to give feedbacks, but they do not, they're not ready to accept feedbacks. Only if we are open to give and receive feedback, then only we will improve in our we will be able to do a good job. Giving feedback involves giving praise as well. So no, giving feedback is not just feedback like you could have done this, you could have done like this, instead of doing this you should have done this. Not that. It also includes good feedback. For example, just try to appreciate your employee by saying, you did a work yesterday and you did a fantastic job. It will definitely keep him going, and it will definitely keep him going. For example, just say the just appreciate him. He will strive hard to put your business to the next level, because okay, my boss is appreciating me. So make sure you give a good feedback to your employers and your staff. Time management skills. So time management skill is very important. So at times we don't know how to manage time. We will say just a small example, like at times we will think, I want to reduce weight. This is an example I'm giving you. I want to reduce my weight, and let me do it tomorrow. let me go to the gym tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes, and then you'll be still the same weight, or you might even gain weight. So procrastination is the enemy of time. So if you don't procrastinate, and if you do it today, the things that you need to do today, definitely it will create a huge impact on your resources. So any project or any work that we get, we have to strive hard to finish it the day or the day before the deadline itself. It's today or it's going to be never. So you got to forget about tomorrow if we have to improve. So the best thing for time management is set yourself a deadline. So don't mind of the deadlines they are giving you. Think of the deadline that you have set. I have to finish this work today. I have to finish this work by tomorrow night. So no matter what, you will have to do it. So it is logically proved that a habit you have done for 14 days, it becomes a habit. Okay, I repeat, a routine done for 14 days becomes a habit. So if you keep doing it for 14 days, it becomes a habit. So if you want to manage time, your time, try to do something regularly. For example, if you want to manage time, plan your things or schedule your things regularly. Then every day you'll start planning, and you will find at the end of the day you have a lot of time to do a lot of things. So make sure that once you change your routine, you will see a change in your success. So try to change your routine if you're lagging something. If you're lacking planning, then try to plan your things. If you are lacking in communication skills, then probably you should know how to communicate. If you're lacking English skills, then probably you need to work on it. So plan your things and do it today, and don't procrastinate things, because the more you procrastinate, the more you're far behind in achieving your goals. So, time management tips: set your goals correctly. Let me give you the best example again. The example is reducing your weight. Okay, in 2 months, I need to reduce 10 kgs. So if you set your goal, then you will work towards it. If you do not set your goals, then you will think, okay, let me do it tomorrow. Let me do it tomorrow, because you don't have a goal. See, you don't have a correct goal to run accordingly. So it's, if you don't have a goal, it's just like, you're walking or running in an unknown destination. You just keep running and running and running. You don't know where you're running. So make sure you have a goal set correctly, so that you work and you get to achieve it. Prioritize wisely. At times, there are certain things that you need to do it right now, and there are certain things you can do it later. But we don't prioritize. So make sure you find some time and prioritize wisely. Set a time limit, which means set a deadline. So the next thing is take breaks between your tasks. This is very essential. You are not a robot continuously running, so you need some time between the tasks. For example, just go out, sip a coffee, and then come back and try to do your work. Your brain will work fast. So take breaks between your tasks. Organize yourself. Whenever, whatever things you can do it right away, do it and organize it at the very moment. Don't procrastinate things. Remove non-essential tasks. For example, just giving you a small example, at times, going out and shopping is it's really not essential. You can just shop online and it will be delivered to your house. So these kind of things you can change. Those are non-essential tasks, so remove your non-essential tasks. Plan ahead above all. So you need to plan in order to achieve your goals. This is a priority matrix. First thing is action. Do first. So, and then what are the things that you need to do first? So, this is a kind of outline of what you should do. What are the things? What are the high important things? what are the things I need to do first. So that is the thing that you need to do first. You will have to write it down. Then what are the things I can do next? Then what are the things I can do later? And then what are the things that I don't need to do? So probably you can, prioritize your matrix like this, and it will definitely create an impact in your businesses, and you will be able to see a kind of you're nearing to your goal. So manage your time in order that we manage our office. What do we mean by thinking out of the box? So, as an office manager, we should think out of the box to cater to every business task effectively that can contribute towards the organization growth, both in the short term and long term. We don't think outside the box, we think like everyone else. And if we don't think out of the box, then we will not be able to run a very successful business. So just three things to think out of the box. The first thing is to leave your comfort zone. So if you think that you are working in a place very happily, and you are not saying that you shouldn't work in a very happy environment, but if you think you're very comfortable, and you're just happy with the small things that you get, then probably you should leave that zone and start thinking out of the box. Leave your comfort zone. Next thing, accept, challenge assumptions. The next thing is step out of your own shoes. Before you could notice someone, first step out of your shoes and go and step into the other person's shoes and find out what's happening. So leave your comfort zone, challenge assumptions, step out of your shoes. Leadership skills. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So, a leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Okay, first thing, before we could lead others, we have to lead ourselves, because and let me give you an example. You're walking on the beach. Okay, so you're walking on the beach, and we leave our footprints behind. Okay, so we lead first, and then we leave our footprints behind. So if we don't lead properly, if we ourselves don't walk properly, we will not be able to leave any good footprints behind. So, as an office manager, we should always lead from the front and ensure that everything is going fine. Okay, another thing I would like to convey here is you shouldn't lead from the front. Okay, make sure that everyone stands with you and lead together, because if we lead from the front, we will not know what's happening behind. So let everyone go and you lead from the back. That's how a good leader should be. You should let the other person go and do what they are doing, and then see what they are doing from behind. Otherwise we will not know what's happening, because it's again, you will not know how many footprints you have left behind, because you are leading. So make sure that you leave other people first, and then you shouldn't follow them. You should uh, you should let them go and lead from behind. We have to have a very good team. You will have to make a teamwork happen, and helping others to communicate well with one another in the organization to create healthy and productive company culture. We have to set the standard for everyone in the organization to put the things on the right track. So if we want to be a very good leader, we have to be, first thing is to communicate well. So if we don't have good communication among ourselves, it will be just another broken glass. A glass that is broken cannot be put together. So if we don't communicate well, it will be just like a broken glass. So we have to have, these are the key things that we need to do while we are leading. So the first thing is leadership. So the first thing is teamwork. We should work in teams. We have to motivate everyone. We shouldn't, support just a few people just because we like them, and pull the other people down because we don't like them. So teamwork is mandatory. We have to motivate everyone. We shouldn't show any partiality among our team when we are leaders. Then competence should be there. Then we have to appreciate each and every one of our skills. We have to identify what skill and potential each individual has. The next thing, we have to hold the responsibility. We have to communicate effectively. We have to have the power, and we have to support. So you, if you want to be a very good leader, we have to work in team. We have to motivate. We have to have good skills and appreciate the other people's skills. We have to be responsible. We have to communicate well. We have to hold the power, and we have to support. Interpersonal skills: verbal communication, troubleshooting, the time management, coping with pressure, empathy, positive approach to criticism, team play, self confidence, good listener, work etiquette. So, what is interpersonal skills? As a part of, of our job, we should have social skills towards our employees involved in the company or outside the visitors. We should use positive approach and attitude, which will result in great teamwork. For example, if we don't manage time, we will not be able to lead a good team. If we don't empathize people, we have failed in our task. If we do not be a very good listener, although the your staff is incorrect, we have to be very patient. First, be a good listener, and then try to understand them from their shoes, and then give your answer. We have to be self-confidence. We have to have work etiquette. Verbal communication is a must. uh, have a positive approach to criticism. At times, being a leader, we have to face a lot of criticism. If you take it in a very negative way, we will not go reach our goal. So we have to cross hurdles before we reach our final destination. So take everything as a positive approach. Take all the criticisms positive, so that it doesn't stand as a barrier not achieving your goal. So these are the top 10 skills in 2020, which was featured in the source was from a job report economic forum in 2016. We have to have complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity. Creativity is a must, because nowadays we are not able to go out and work. So we need to find something that will open doors where we can work staying at home. People management, coordinating with others. Nowadays, coordinating with others is not like before. Everything is done over the phone, and we don't know what's happening. So we have to coordinate whatever we do. We have to keep reporting to our higher officials, because we are not doing it in their right in front of their eyes. We are doing it somewhere else. So make sure we coordinate well with others. Emotional intelligence, judgment, and decision making. We have to have some kind of a service orientation, and then negotiation. We have to be flexible as well. So if we have these skills, we will definitely be able to top up, in the job, in the business world. Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. Productivity, at times, I have managed my time. I'm a very good leader. I'm doing all this, but I'm not be able to, you know find any productivity. Well, it's not an accident at all. It doesn't come just like that. Your productivity doesn't come just like that. It is always a result of commitment towards an excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. So I would like to conclude by with the last quote. A conventional definition of management is getting work done through people, but real management is developing people through work. At times, people will hire the most intelligent people, but Steve Jobs said that he will hire only lazy people, it seems. Why? It's because they will find innovative ways or easy ways to finish a task very soon because they are lazy. So we have to think outside the box. So a conventional definition for management is getting work done through people, but real management is developing people through work. I hope you would have understood what is office management and administration. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to elaborate on the terms. So if you want to improve or if you're still struggling in your management skills, make sure you focus, make sure we schedule, make sure we lead from behind, make sure we think outside the box, and success will definitely follow us. So this is our. I come from the Immaculate. They gave me a warm introduction. We teach IELTS, TOEFL, English fluency, GRE, GMAT, SAT, and we send students abroad. If you want to go to Australia, Canada, or any part of the world, we will send you to study. We also do the migration progress as well. So you can contact us anytime. That's our phone number, and we also have online classes happening. So you need not come to our institute to learn these courses, because effective communication, is the first and foremost thing to manage our office. So we will help you and to get through that. So that's a barrier between the communicator and the listener. So we will be able to help you through and to communicate well. So thank you once again, and thank you all for being a very patient listener.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Your effective training program, definitely everybody enjoying. At the same time, everybody today they will take home notes for definitely the uh, huge thing you are given. Definitely everybody taking a good notes of you. மேம் ஒன் மோர் திங், நாளைக்கும் உங்களோட இந்த இமாக்குலேட்ல இருந்து தான் வராங்க. ஆக்சுவலி நாளைக்கு வந்து என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் கண்டிப்பாக இன்னொரு ஸ்டெப் இதோட ஃபார் ஹெட் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்பு போகிறதுக்கான ஒரு நல்ல வாய்ப்பு இந்த விஇடி காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கும் சரி, நிறைய என்டர்பிரினர்ஸ் வந்து இன்னைக்கு அட்டன் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஃபீட்பேக்ஸ் வந்து நீங்கள் எடுத்துகிட்டு இருக்கும்போதே வந்துச்சு. இட்ஸ் எக்ஸலண்ட் ஃபீட்பேக். நிறையா கிரவுண்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. நிறைய உங்களுடைய ஸ்லைட்ஸ்லேயே தெரியுது. உங்களுடைய ஸ்லைட்ஸ் வந்து டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக இருந்துச்சு. நிறையா ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் நாங்கள் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தோம். அதில் பார்க்குறதோட இதில் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டான ஸ்லைட்ஸ் இருந்துச்சு. தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் யுவர் ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் ட்ரெயின் செஷன். அண்ட் நாளைக்கு என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப், நாளை மறுநாள் கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீம்ஸ், அண்ட் 29th வந்து க்ரூமிங் அண்ட் எட்டிகெட்ஸ், அண்ட் லாஸ்ட் டே ஃபார் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. ஸோ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உங்களுக்கோசரம் சீரீஸ் ஆஃப் பிஸ்னஸ் ப்ரோக்ராம் எப்படிங்கிற பிஸ்னஸ் என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப், கவர்மெண்ட் ஸ்கீம், க்ரூமிங் எட்டிகெட்ஸ் அண்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டின்னு ஒவ்வொரு டாப்பிக்கில் வந்து கொடுக்க இருக்காங்க. ஸோ டோன்ட் மிஸ் இட். ராதிகா மேம்,
We can end up the session.
Yes, ma'am.
Lot of thanks.
இன்றைய சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் ரொட்டேரியன் கேஜே விஜய நரசிம்மன் அவர்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகள். அதே போல இந்த தொடர் வகுப்புகளை நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கும் ஜேசி ஈரோடு சூப்பர் கிங்ஸ் பிரசிடென்ட் ஜேசி என் பரணிதரன் அவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் மீனம்பாக்கம் பிரசிடென்ட் ரிட்டேரியன் டாக்டர் KR ஆனந்தி மேடம் அவர்களுக்கும், ரோட்டரி கிளப் ஆஃப் ஈரோடு நார்த் பிரசிடென்ட் ரொட்டேரியன் சரவணன் அவர்களுக்கும், மற்றும் விஇடி காலேஜ் ஆஃப் ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் காலேஜ் கோ எஜுகேஷன் முனைவர் டாக்டர் சரவணன் சார் அவர்களுக்கும், மற்றும் இந்த நிகழ்வுகளை எல்லாம் ஒருங்கிணைத்து தரும் டாக்டர் ராதிகா மேடம் அவர்களுக்கும், மற்றும் இது அனைத்து விஷயங்களையும் ஒருங்கிணைத்து தரும் VPID ரொட்டேரி ஜேசி சதீஷ் பெரியசாமி அவர்களுக்கும் எனக்கு மனமார்ந்த நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். மிக முக்கியமாக இந்த நிகழ்வுகளை தொடர்ந்து அனைவரும் இருந்து உங்களுடைய பயிற்சிகளை ஏற்றுக்கொண்டிருக்கும் விஇடி மாணவர்களுக்கும் மற்றும் அதர் லாம் மெம்பர்களுக்கும் எனது மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி. நாளை நமது என்டர்பிரினர்ஷிப் வகுப்புக்கு 4 மணியில் சந்திப்போம். நன்றி.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable instruction. Thank you. We can end up the session, sir.
Yes, ma'am.